Oh shoot, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Are we good now? Oh wait, hold on. I need to on chat. And boom. All right, is everything good? Oh shoot, and here we go. We got Kayuki getting away with a quick hike here. This all right, well, I guess we're starting it. What happened to the Raiders team? I feel like there was more. Or not the Raiders, is it Carolina or is this Dallas? I think this is Dallas. But either way, it looks like it's going to be a 7v7, and Kyoki, is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. But either way, going to be intercepted there by TTGNM. Man, I don't. Man, when was the last time I've seen that name? Was it the Dolphins last season? Man, there's been a lot of familiar faces, and I saw from season one that I haven't season two. Oh, yeah, I added Nightbot to Automod, so whoever was chatting there, sorry. Random touch bad. So yeah, maybe I should have probably removed that uh later, but for now just use lowercase, I guess. More often. Sorry. But either way, Dr. D5 gonna try to slow the game down a little bit, just at least play clock, and maybe just try to get their team in order. Because right now they're in a weird situation. Now, obviously, I don't know if anyone's walking on this game. I mean, Dr. D5 has kind of been playing for a lot of teams last season, so I don't know exactly who he's playing for, but actually I could look it up right now. No, he plays for the Panthers. All right, he's not a walk-on. I repeat, he's not a walk-on. I feel like there should be a setting to like disable, like or at least reduce the graphics of some of the mythic balls, but sometimes it can be kind of hard to see the players themselves at times. So maybe there's like an option to reduce that, reduce the VFX of the mythics. That'd be pretty nice. But either way, Docker D5 gonna be rolling around right, trying to see if he can find anything. Nope, just gonna be incomplete there. I don't really know what Dr. D5's win condition is in this game because Dallas is rushing 2 at the moment. And looks like, oh, DBT Grim with the catch there, but unfortunately was popped. Very successful defensive retrieves by both teams. But here we go. Is the ref going to call quick hike, though? Because quick hikes are a thing if they do hike too fast. Looks like the ref might not call it, but either way, Kyuki is just going to fire something deep, but unfortunately not going to get anything. Kyuki going to be rolling right once again. He's going to try to find something deep here. And it's going to be the V2 hazard for the interception there. And here we go, Dr. D5. By the way, sorry about the Nightbot thing. Just be careful with using caps. It's not too restrictive outside of that, but I'll try to disable it or at least maybe reduce it. But either way, gonna be the V2 hazard there on the little hitch route. Was it a hitch or was it just LS? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. But either way, Dr. D5 going to be rolling right, seeing if he can get something going on this offense because they didn't have quite a good drive. Oh no. And it's going to be sacked. Dr. D5 did fumble, but thankfully his offensive line was able to recover it in time. But 3rd and 33, that's a pretty tall order. And here we go. Looks like Dr. D5 is going to have to chuck it deep. And unfortunately, he doesn't find anything, and they're going to have to punt in their own goal line. Ugh. And these have just not been good offensive drives for both teams. But thankfully, this will be a close game, I think. So I like to see that. But either way, sorry, I had no words for that because how the heck was that incomplete, bro? But either way, gonna be intercepted once again to TTGNM. I think that's his second interception of the game, I believe. Bro's glazing him, bro. I mean he's doing pretty good so far, so I can understand the glaze, but either way, Dr. D5, he's gonna be rolling right. Hoping to see if he can find anything. Tries the out route, but unfortunately was just a little bit off to the right. That is kind of the downside with throwing those out routes. It can be just a little hard to time because you either time it too far or it's a pick. Or you either make it too short and it's a pick, and it's just really, really hard to aim precisely. You need to be a really good wide receiver to even catch those if they're just a little bit off. But either way, Dr. D5 gonna try the outrun once again. Thankfully, it will be a catch. And I'm not gonna even bother trying to pronounce that name, so just go to that guy. Or either way, it's gonna be caught by the same guy, and that's a touchdown. And there you go. I can't speak super loudly, so if you want to know why I'm not super enthusiastic on that, that is why. Hello, Nightbot. Is there a way to like? Hmm. I wonder if I could like make them black, or make the chat box black, because it is kind of hard to see the thing. Here, let me see if I can edit the chat box color. All right, there we go. Sorry, I had to. I'm gonna see if I can make it black just to make it more readable. But either way, Dallas needs to find something going on this offense because 3 picks in a row is not exactly the best look for this offense. So let's see if they can at least find something. They're gonna try to toss it. Thankfully, he was able to get it thanks to Wuss CJ. But either way, Kyuki is gonna try a deep pass once again. Will it pay off? No. And it's intercepted by V2 Hazard. I think that's also his second interception of the game. And there you go. Just Carolina absolutely playing nightmare mode on defense. But either way, Dr. D5, he's going to be rolling right. DE was on his tail, but thankfully he will get the out route to TTGNM. TTGNM and V2 Hazard are definitely playing lights out right now. But either way, it looks like he's going to try to get the deep route. TTGNM somehow gets the ball there. That could have easily have been a pick. Thankfully, TTGNM thought one step ahead, and it's going to go to that guy again, the one who scored the touchdown. But either way, Dr. D5 hoping to find something here. Unfortunately, he's not going to find a crazy amount, so we're just going to see if he can try this from the side, but unfortunately, nothing there. This is where scoring is pretty much the hardest for an offense, just because the coverage gets a lot easier to dumb down. Oh, and unfortunately, Dr. D5 fumbles. And unfortunately, that's going to be a terrible loss for Dr. D5, 31 to be exact. Thankfully, he did not, thankfully, it was not recovered by the defense. But let's see if they can settle for three. No, they will not. The kick is blocked. And here we go, Kyuki. Hoping to find something here, and he's going to try a deep pass, and it's caught by Aphrodite. And it's going to put him in goal line. Here we go. Dallas could get their first score of the game, and he's going to try and throw it again. And it's a touchdown to Strongest Bacon. These names are quite unique, I'll say that. But either way, and there you go. If they can get this extra point, this could be a tie game. 7-7. Will that be the case, though? No. Oh, actually, it will. It will be 7-7. These extra points are massive here. And here we go. Dr. D5's going to be rolling right. Gonna get the out route to that guy again. And here we go. Dr. D5. He's going to be rolling left. He's going to try to look around and see. Nearly intercepted there. I think he was looking for the in route or the one short middle, but unfortunately not going to find anything. And now it's 2nd and 15. He's hoping to find something here. Dr. D5 nearly got sacked twice, both for fumbles, by the way. And it was, I guess he tried to had, I think he was either trying to find the out route of the fold there. Both incomplete, but I guess it's better than an interception. But either way, Dr. D5, he's going to try to find the streak, and he's going to find DPT Grim on a really good pass, actually. Just had the angle and everything. And oh no, I man, that's unfortunate for Carolina. The pass I think was looking at TTGNM, but unfortunately was just a bit over his head, and TTGNM was just not expecting it. Very huge capitalization though by Dallas. They were at the right place at the right time, and it's going to be a 2-on-1 toss. Fortunately for Dallas, V2 Hazard is going to win the 1v2, and that'll be his third turnover of the game. Man, both offenses are just not clicking at the moment. But again, it is week 1, so we will see. So we hope to see a lot better from these teams. Oh no, V2 Hazard. He completely avoids his man, and he's gone to the end zone. That's a touchdown right there. V2 Hazard with Carolina's second touchdown. And there you go. That's exactly what Carolina needed in this state of the game. But either way, Carolina's going to be kicking off. And Aphrodite going to return it and Neela for a touchback. Right, but Dallas does need to answer back. See if he can find something here. And I don't really know what exactly he was aiming for. Was he trying to aim for a corner? And unfortunately, ref is going to call that intentional grounding. And either way, Kyuki's going to be backed up at 2nd and 30. And looks like he's going to try to toss it up. Unfortunately, it's just not going to pay off whatsoever. And TTG and M with his third interception of the game. V2 man, these deeps from Carolina are definitely pulling their weight on this defense. I'll say that. Either way, Docker D5 gonna try to throw it to the middle streak, but just gonna be way overthrown there. Either way, let's see if Docker D5 can do anything. Sorry, I yawned in between that, but TTG NM somehow gets that pass. I don't really know how he even got that. That was very close to being incomplete, but was that an angle? It looked like an angle to me, but either way, Dr. D5, he's going to try to toss it right. Unfortunately, just a little too much to the right there. And thankfully for Dallas, that is an incomplete because who knows if that would have been a catch. And TTGNM is now going to score. Of course, you have the 6-7 brain rot, but either way, Carolina does not care. They are winning. And I don't really know what else I can really say about it. Boom. Ah, no good. Unfortunate. Yeah. I'm thinking when balance updates come out later, it will definitely make things a lot more interesting. Because I think the balance updates that'll be coming soon, I think that'll definitely shake the game up in a lot of ways. Either way, TTG NM gonna have a fourth interception. What in the world is Dallas doing? Hello, Nightbot, once again. Thank you for advertising the league. But either way, Dr. D5 gonna end up missing that out route. Either that or wide receiver jumped when he shouldn't have. But either way, Dr. D5 can easily make this a 20-point game if they can score here. Dallas has been putting up pretty decent pressure, though, so that is one thing I could say that's been really good for Dallas. And it's going to be caught by that guy for a 29-yard gain. Unfortunately for Dallas, though, the rest of the team has just been struggling to keep up against this Carolina offense. Both defensive lines are laned, and unfortunately that ball was just, thankfully for Dallas, that ball was overthrown because who knows what would have happened if that was caught. And here we go, Dallas hoping to bring the pressure. Unfortunately, Dr. D5 does end up finding a split there between them. And unfortunately just throws the ball again. Just unable to capitalize on the huge lane he had. And if I recall, I'm pretty sure Dr. D5 can run it at any time if he wants to. And TTGNM with another touchdown. Enough with my rambling. Carolina has been performing very well this game, I will say that. If that's even the right word to even say. Sorry if I can't be as enthusiastic about it, but I feel like it's really just a random touchpad boy just glazing TTGNM every time he does something. Strongest bacon, I wouldn't. Why? Bacon, why would you receive that? And here we go. Carolina rushing three. Well, we were rushing three initially. And here we go, 2v1 toss. Thankfully, he's able to win the toss there. That felt way too close, given how many tosses they've lost. But either way, it's going to be another toss. Gonna be popped there. I don't know who caught that exactly, but either way, it's going to be Kyuki. And it's going to be a pass. Unfortunately, just going to be overthrown in V2 Hazard. Is that his fourth of the game or is that his third? Either way, another interception by V2 Hazard. Able to capitalize on an overthrown ball there from Dallas. And right now, Dallas needs to find a way to clean up this offense because right now, what they're doing has not been working. Here we go, Dallas. Gonna find some pressure. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite get to him, but it is gonna force him to throw a short pass there to TTGNM. But either way, Dr. D5, he's gonna find a lane. DEs aren't gonna quite let him capitalize on it, and here we go, DPT Grim. Gonna catch a pretty nice pass there from Dr. D5. And here we go. Dr. D5, a bit pressured by this Dallas defensive end, Dallas defensive line. Thankfully, is able to find DPT Grim on that out route from the looks of it. And here we go, Dr. D5. Let's see if Dallas can at least get a stop. I'd really hate for the first game of this to be a mercy rule. Dr. D5 did try to run it in, but did get stopped before he could even do anything. And here we go, Dallas really bringing the pressure right now. And, oh, just unfortunately not going to get anyone there. Oh, and here we go. It's going to be a run play to DPT Wallow. And unfortunately, running backs are not good in this game, so he learns it the hard way. I don't really know why he kicked a field goal there. That just felt kind of pointless, but either way, this completely lands it backwards. I don't really know what the point of that was, but either way, B7Z is going to be the quarterback for Dallas now. Just seeing what he can find. Unfortunately, just going to be popped there on that pass. That was actually a pretty good pass, too. Just a little unlucky on the pop. But either way, B7. Oh my, another pop. Wussy J, man. Well, it wasn't, I mean, it wasn't Wussy J's fault, but it was to Wussy, the pass was to Wussy J. And unfortunately, just to nail it on top of that terrible drive for them, just a sack for a 6-yard loss. And Dallas has just found no answer for this Carolina defense. Here we go with Carolina having the ball with 51 seconds left before the half. Carolina doesn't really need to score right away if they don't want to. They are in absolutely zero rush to do so. But they might want to get a first down, though, at the very least, to at least extend their drive and hopefully double dip because they do get the ball at the second half. And thankfully, they will do it with a catch by that guy I cannot pronounce. But either way, Dr. D5. And it's going to go to TTGNM, but thankfully, a pop does end up saving them, or saving Dallas. And it'll be a 2nd and 15 at the moment, and it looks like it's going to be an out route to DPT Grim. And it'll be a 1st and goal. This could not be any better of a position for Carolina. But this is where things get a little weird because, oh, and here we go, Dr. D5, gonna take the lane he has there. And it's gonna be around the goal line, but we'll see what Carolina does. They could throw a fade. I am seeing a fade, judging by the amount of crowded people on the left. And it was, but unfortunately just overthrown. All right, but here we go, 3rd down. Carolina has room for 2 plays here. Another fade. It's going to be intercepted by Kyuki, and that'll be a touchback. And here we go. Kyuki with 6 seconds left. They can maybe get 2 plays off if they're lucky. And here we go. Kyuki with plenty of time. He's going to end up tossing it up with more than enough time. Okay, somehow that was really short. You can't throw those. You can't throw those short, man. And thankfully that will be halftime. That game was all Carolina. Not much of Dallas. This is offense have just not been able to find anything going. Just tons of mistakes. Sorry, I was typing to someone at the moment, but either way, Dr. D5 gonna be rolling with some momentum here. I will say though, one good thing about this Dallas defense though is definitely this defensive line. They have definitely made Dr. D5 as uncomfortable as possible, but I think it's just kind of unfortunate that this Dallas defense is just not really backed up the coverage. Has not really showed up in the on the coverage side of things, but it's also kind of just credit to how good Dr. D5's passes have been. But either way, and unfortunately, I have to say it with a slight asterisk because sometimes there are just passes like those. But oh, wow, that was a very huge pop there for Dallas, able to make this a 4th and 2. And here we go. Dallas needs this turnover right now. And are they going to get it? No, they will not. And that is a turnover. That is exactly what Dallas needs. But again, coming back from a 20-point game is a very tall order, and it shows with a 16-yard sack. Kyuki, unfortunately, has just not gotten anything going with his Dallas offense. And here we go. Let's see if he can try to toss it up. The strongest bacon, but fortunately just a bit overthrown there. Here we go. 3rd and 31. This just hasn't been Dallas's game. And it's going to be even worse for them because that's a 12-yard sack. I don't really know what Kyuki's doing as quarterback here. I mean, I think the quarterback, I mean, I'm not saying that that's their only problem, but this quarterback play has just not been on point for Dallas whatsoever. And that's a catch there to V2 Hazard. Sorry about that. I was typing to someone again. By the way, V2 Hazard nearly going to get touchdown there, but going to get hit sticked at around the 1-yard line. But Dr. D5 gonna get pressured just a little bit by this Dallas defensive line. Backed up all the way. It looks like he's going to be forced to either throw it out or toss it up. And that's exactly what happened. I don't really think that was a good idea to catch it, but I mean, I like the effort though, either way, by TT. Was that TTGNM? Either way, though, I like the effort. Although I don't think it was a catch you want to make there, but in hindsight, but either way, it's going to be incomplete there. I think he had a wide open man middle. But man, and here we go. Dallas bringing the pressure as they have been doing, and have been doing it pretty well, all things considered. They have kind of gotten lane a couple times, but their pressure has been pretty spot on. And it is intercepted by what in the world is that name? Can I even pronounce it? But either way, going to be intercepted by Dallas. Basics, News, New Adventure? That the name? Basic New Avenger is going to be quarterback, speaking of which. And he's going to try to toss it up again. Unfortunately, TTGNM with the interception. Is that his fifth? Dude, what the heck, man? Like Dallas needs something new, man. Like, 'cause these tosses have just not been working out in their favor. I, I, I mean, again, I think they're. I mean, I maybe I'll make a podcast about it. I don't know, but either way, TTGNM going to get the catch there. And here we go. Carolina has definitely been looking very scary on offense. Well, at least for Dallas. Maybe not. I don't know about anyone else, but either way, DPT Grim, you're gonna get a touchdown there. Able to find the middle window. Yeah, sorry if I can't be super enthusiastic about it. I can only be so loud right now, but I bet you're very strongest bacon gonna get a shot at quarterback. And either way, it's gonna be at a B7Z on the short there, on the middle hitch route. But either way, strongest bacon gonna get chased down by the 1DE. Unfortunately, I don't really know what pass he was looking for, but it looks like DPT Grim going to get a pick six. And now Dallas is down 41-7 in the middle of the third quarter. And right now, Dallas is in mercy rule range. I mean, so far, Dallas has just not found a quarterback that's good for the team right now. I mean, I know they have other problems, I think, but unfortunately the lack of a starting quarterback is definitely biting them quite a bit offensively. Unfortunately, they cannot go for two on third quarter at the moment, so yeah, nothing. They will have to throw it away. But either way, unfortunately, it's going to be intercepted again. TTGNM, how many picks is he going to have this game? Dallas is just donating interceptions to the DBs like it's candy. I mean, if I were Dallas, my morale would not be very great this game. But either way, DPT Grim gonna end up catching the streak there. And right now, Dallas is just completely demoralized. And honestly, I wouldn't blame them. Again, Dallas is definitely going to have to clean up a lot of stuff, though, if they want to continue playing in this league. But because right now, they have just not done anything right. But either way, going to be caught by V2 Hazard, and that will be Mercy. That quickly. All right, the stats. Quick, let me get them real quick. Where everyone leaves, because I know they probably will. And boom. Man, that was... Yeah, there's going to be a lot of talks with this one. Nah, don't be like that. Don't bully him. I don't really know. I never really seen a lot of I never seen a lot of them. They're probably a new team. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of there's definitely gonna be a lot of interesting questions going into this, for sure. I don't really know what to say about it to me. Yeah, not exactly the ideal start to a season, but well, especially for Dallas. I do not envy them, but they're gonna have to clean up a lot of things though. Hopefully they should have a lot of time in week 2, but what the heck? ITGNM. You played good today. Anyways. But man, yeah, I don't really know if I yeah, no problem. Uh yeah, I don't really know if I have much else to say, if I'm being honest with myself. Like I feel like it was just kind of a I don't know, I feel like there's just a lot Dallas can do to clean up and if they still want to be in this league, I think they have plenty of time to make room for that, but they got to stop with the interceptions though. That's definitely I don't really know. It's weird. Can't really say much about it. But yeah, well, either way, thank you guys for watching, and I guess I will see you guys later.